The impact of Russian information warfare on NATO's decision-making process. In recent years, Russian information warfare has become a significant concern for NATO members. Russia has been using a range of tools and tactics to influence and manipulate public opinion in the West, including the use of social media, hacking, and propaganda. This has had a significant impact on NATO's decision-making process, and it is vital that NATO members understand the threat and take steps to counter it. One of the most visible impacts of Russian information warfare has been on elections in the West. Russia has been accused of interfering in the 2016 US presidential election, as well as elections in France, Germany, and other European countries. By spreading false information and propaganda on social media, Russia has been able to influence public opinion and undermine confidence in democratic institutions. This has had a direct impact on NATO's decision-making process. If public opinion is swayed by Russian propaganda, it can make it difficult for NATO leaders to make decisions that are in the best interests of the alliance. For example, if public opinion is against a particular NATO mission, it could force NATO leaders to rethink their strategy or even abandon the mission entirely. Another way that Russian information warfare has impacted NATO's decision-making process is by spreading false information about NATO itself. Russia has used its vast propaganda machine to push the narrative that NATO is a threat to Russian security. This has led to an increase in tensions between Russia and NATO, and has made it more difficult for NATO members to work together on issues of mutual concern. In addition to spreading false information, Russia has also used hacking and cyber attacks to gain access to sensitive information. This has included hacking into political parties and government agencies, as well as stealing military secrets. By accessing this information, Russia has been able to gain a better understanding of NATO's decision-making process and potentially influence it. Despite these challenges, NATO members are taking steps to counter the threat of Russian information warfare. This includes investing in cybersecurity and improving the alliance's ability to detect and respond to information attacks. NATO is also working to educate the public about the threat of disinformation, and encourage media outlets to verify information before spreading it. Another step that NATO is taking is to strengthen its partnerships with other countries and organizations. This includes working closely with the European Union and the United Nations to identify and counter disinformation campaigns. NATO is also working with non-governmental organizations and civil society groups to promote media literacy and critical thinking. In the end, the impact of Russian information warfare on NATO's decision-making process is undeniable. Russia's use of propaganda, hacking, and other tactics has undermined confidence in democratic institutions and made it more difficult for NATO leaders to make decisions that are in the best interests of the alliance. However, by taking steps to counter the threat, NATO members can ensure that they are able to make informed decisions that promote the security and stability of the region.